Welcome to another episode of the Empowered Empaths. I'm Wanda Vitale, your host, founder of the Empowered Empaths. And today I want to talk about the power of decisions. There in the law of attraction, there's a lot of talk about we just decide what we want and we allow. And that we have to feel good all the time. And things come to us. And that really is not how it works. First of all, there are other laws in play besides the law of attraction. And the bigger law that the law of attraction falls under is the law of being. Who are you being? So how does this tie into decisions? We have to make decisions on what we're focusing on. Where do we put our focus? When the word decide, to decide means to cut off. So it means to cut off every other option, every other possibility besides what you're focusing on, besides what you're choosing to materialize. And remember, we don't really create everything. Everything's already done, right? It's like the movie Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And our beliefs and assumptions block out everything that doesn't match up with those. So people make decisions, but they make decisions from the wrong place, right? So we need to make decisions about what am I creating? We need to make decisions based on who am I being? You might be a successful coach for whom you're sought after by clients. So you make that decision. And anytime your mind goes to where are the clients, you use a pattern disruptor, like that's not me. So that's a decision. We make decisions from identity levels. And those are good. If you've decided that you're a wealthy business owner, any thoughts that would indicate where's the money, why isn't it happening? You make a decision and say, no, that's not me. So we make decisions at identity levels. The identity that we live as and act as, live from, already determine the thoughts that we think, and thoughts create our feelings, and then feelings determine the action that we take. But here's what a lot of people do. They make a decision. I'm a highly sought after Reiki master, or whatever. We'll use that as an example. I'm a highly sought after healer, or I'm a highly sought after coach, and clients fall in my lap. Perfect, right? Money is easy for me. And so you say no to any thoughts that do not agree with this. But here's what so many people do when the world of form out there doesn't match, when the clients don't come in, or when the money doesn't come in. So many people look at what's happening out there in the world of form and then make a decision. Oh, no, it's not happening. So I've got to do this. Gee, it's just not happening soon enough, and I have to go get a job. It's not happening. The clients aren't coming. So, oh gosh, and I need money. So I've got to create some product. Those are the wrong decisions. Those are the decisions that are made on, based on looking out there at the mirror. The world of form, of 3D, as we call it, is really the mirror. And it's the mirror of your beliefs, our beliefs, our assumptions, our inner conversations, what we're saying to ourselves, right? What we're expecting. So those are the wrong kinds of decisions to make. That just creates detours. It puts us out in the weeds, as I call it. I call that place the messy middle. So we have to, if things aren't happening the way we believe they should, instead of looking out to the world and circumstances and situations and deciding that something is wrong, so therefore we have to decide to do something to correct it. No, that's like asking a mirror to smile before you do. Out there, the world of form is the mirror, and it always, always is the perfect reflection of what we've been thinking about, of what we've been focused on, of what we've been saying, and most importantly, what we're assuming. If you expect clients to come to you easily, that's a decision. That's your story, and you stick to it. That is an assumption. And no matter what the world is doing, that is your assumption. And so you stay out of this messy middle and making a decision on trying to fix something where fixing situations out in the world, or in this case, in your business, it only makes things worse. It only creates more detours. It only creates more stuff to fix. So what do? We see the reflection, and we do an inner scan of, am I resolute in my assumption? Am I standing in my conviction that this is my truth and it's happening? And if you're doing that, life in the world of form has no choice but to conform to us, and it will. What I hear most often is that things don't happen as quickly as someone would like, and then we think it's not working. It's just not working. So it's not working. It's not happening. The other one thing that I hear all the time is nothing is moving. Nothing is changing. Well, understand that you announce reality. Just as you stand in your conviction and say that I am having this life that I'm claiming. I am this abundant business owner. I am a highly sought after healer. You announce that reality. So, and as soon as you say it's not moving, you just made that happen. It's not moving. As soon as you say it's not working, the whole process stopped working. In quantum physics, when we look at an object, it collapses. When we look at a wave, when we look at particles, or basically when we look at a wave, it collapses the wave. And then the wave turns into form. And so when you announce that nothing's working, that's what you just created. When you decide it's nothing has shifted, it stops shifting. The world of form shifts slowly. I mean, it seems to be slowly. And the more you resist it, and the more you look out there for validation or proof that things are moving, that stops it, because it's the mirror. What we want to look at is, where am I inside? How much am I behind my big dream? Am I resolute in my conviction? Because that's what we have to be. We have to stand in that strong conviction. If you're looking out there to shift and change, if you need proof, you're not in your vision. It doesn't work that way. If you're looking out there and need proof or a sign, if you're looking for a sign that things are shifting, you're not standing with both feet firmly in your vision, in your new identity. You've got one foot in the old that says, I don't see it. Where is it? And you've got one foot in the new, which is, I am that. I am that. I am this success. I am this person who enjoys lots of clients, for instance. So every time we look out there in the mirror to say, well, where is it? Why isn't it happening? We stop it from happening because it's either all or nothing. This is why for some people, it takes forever for things to move. And usually things don't move in the world until we give up. That's why so often when we just get sick and tired of waiting, and we've been saying affirmations and, doing whatever it is that you do to stay focused on your big dream, when you just get sick and tired and give up, the resistance is gone. You stop saying, where is it? And then it can happen. Right? So to tie this back into decisions, decide for what you want. Decide for this amazing career that touches other people. Decide for abundance. Decide for that new home. Decide for that new career. It's already there. It's already there and it's waiting for you. Because you're quantum, there's an aspect of you that's already experiencing whatever your dream is right now. The only thing that's missing is that version of you. And that particular version of you who's already experiencing your new business, your whatever it is that you desire, doesn't say, where is it? Because that version of you already has it. That version of you says things like, wow, I'm just so happy. I'm so grateful that this all became possible in such a short time. I'm so happy because this was so easy. So we have to become the version of ourselves that's already living our dream or our vision, living the life that we really want to live, and make the firm decision that you're going to have it. Fall in love with your dream, as a matter of fact. Fall in love with it. That's another reason people give up. They haven't fallen in love. They condition their desires. Well, if it doesn't happen, I'll be okay. No, that energy of love, falling in love with your dream, as delusional as somebody else may want to call you, when you fall in love with your dream, that is the very energy that calls everything to you, the how, the people, the strategies that you need. And it's not just any strategy, it's your perfect strategy. Everything comes to you. The ideas, the perfect ideas come to you. So decide for your dream. And then when it looks like nothing is moving, or it looks like things are going south, because maybe I'll talk about that, because that's part of the process. When it looks like things aren't working out, just love it. Love whatever you're feeling. This is always when fear and doubt come up. Love whatever you're feeling. If it's craziness that's happening in your life, because it may be, love the craziness. So when we make a decision to go for our dream, that's what's happening, I'm announcing reality. Yep, this is my big dream. I know it's delusional and it's mine. I'm having it. Well, then always, because we live in duality, right? We live in a world of polarity, of opposites. So as soon as you decide for your dream and you're very firm about it, you've made that commitment and that decision, something shows up, the opposite, that makes it look like, oh, this isn't going to work. something will happen. It could be something that you were counting on, that you thought, oh my gosh, this is great. Everything's falling into place. It could be that that thing you were counting on falls apart. Decide again for your dream. It could be that your fear comes up. These waves of energy that are hitting us now are bringing up all of the frequencies in us and the beliefs that are unlike it. So if you feel a wave of fear or a wave of doubt that says, oh, who am I to do this? It's part of the process. You can count on it. It's just, this is duality, friends. You decide for a dream and the opposite comes up, right? And this is, again, where a lot of people make the wrong kind of decision and decide, oh, this isn't meant to be, or I need to, this isn't meant for me, or this is going to be too hard, or they look at the thing that blows up as a sign, as the sign of this is not supposed to be. But it's always how it is, because we live in duality. We live in that world of opposites. So don't give up on your dream. Decide for it. Take a stand for it. Don't abandon yourself. So many of us as empaths abandoned ourselves for so long to fit in, to make other people happy, to play nice. And you're not here for that. You're here to have your big, amazing life, whatever that is. You're here to really be free and create your life the way you want it. You're here to have money. You're here to have all the other forms of abundance. You're here to have amazing relationships. And you can say no to everybody that just doesn't fit. It's not personal. It's okay. So don't abandon your dreams, because it's just another form of self-abandonment. And make those decisions. Say yes to you. Stand firm in your conviction that whatever you want is already done, and you're taking a stand for it, because your firm commitment and conviction to have your dream is exactly the energy that calls everything in. I just can't stress this enough. It calls in things that would be seemingly impossible, just crazy, magical stuff. And it's all dependent on you. We live in a world where people have conditioned their desires. I ask people, what do you want? Well, what would you love? And some people say, well, I don't know. Our hearts always know what we want, but we've been so conditioned to look at not just what we want, but the how. Okay, I want this, and how am I going to do that? That it immediately conditions the desire, because we think, I'm too old, it'll be too hard, I don't know how, I'm not good at that. That's how most people live. They've settled for mediocrity. Don't you do that. Ask your heart, what do you want? If you could wave a magic wand in your life right now and anything was possible, what would you want? What would you love? And then commit to that. Decide that you're going to have it, that you're going to experience it, that you're going to become the version of you that is experiencing it now. Because if you couldn't even imagine it if it didn't already exist as one of your probable selves, not cells, but selves. There are infinite versions of you experiencing different things. So latch on to what you want, friend, and don't take no for an answer from yourself, and stay out of that messy middle when it looks like things go south. actually, what I would suggest is that when things start to go south or seem to, tell yourself, yay, this means everything is working. When we stop attaching negative meaning to any disruptive events, they just move, they shift and move. And something new comes in. You'll get then you'll get a sign that things are changing and that your dream is on the way. And you'll start to get ideas of what to do. So I hope this helps. This is really where people get messed up and get out in the weeds. And it's why I try to really teach the nature of our emotions as empaths. Where do they come from? I teach the nature of creation, the nature of reality, really from the top down, you as source, rather than bottom up, where most people spend their time trying to think better thoughts and feel better. And you don't have to do any of that. You don't even have to heal your trauma. You don't have to do any of that. You just need to focus on what you want and emulate now what that version of you is like, and be that now, no matter what conditions indicate. So I would love to hear about your big dreams. Let me know if you have any comments. Have a great, creative, amazing week, and happy fall here in the Northern Hemisphere, and happy spring in the Southern Hemisphere. Till next time.